What is going on, everyone? We are back with the Pound and Slash Marvel Media
like the
Podcast.
slowest pounded ever. Holy shit, I had pound.
A nine slash. So we missed last week. Ralph called off, and then Damien also called off.
We just left this white dude behind.
I'm like, hey guys, tomorrow 1 o'clock, and everybody's like, all right, cool.
And then we said, you know what?
And then he calls me. He's like, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to make it. He didn't call me. He texted me.
What text you?
I'm not gonna be able to make it, man. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, you're good. I was like, Damien will probably still show up.
Well, you was thinking Damien.
And then Damien's like, I texted him. I was like, hey, you coming? And he's like,
nah.
So funny story. I'm parked in front of work.
Yeah, because he still went to work. Yeah, he still went to work. That's crazy.
So we canceled it because Sunday is my relaxed day.
Right, exactly.
I think I ended up streaming quite a bit that.
It was
Saturday.
Assassin's Creed. One of them I know I remember coming in.
Quite a bit of Assassin's. Like I did a little bit of Multiverses in the morning,
right?
And then I did a lot of Assassin's Creed that night. I think I played for almost like 7 hours.
You know what's crazy? I had to get like notifications of your shit too. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Funny story. That's what I was gonna say. Funny story.
Now, with that being said, we're not gonna go over any news. We got 2 episodes of She-Hulk to cover. They're not very long. They're only 30-minute episodes. We're getting 13 of these some bitches this year.
I thought it was 9. Might be 9 episodes.
Hold on.
She might be the longest one out of all the Disney Plus shows we have watched so far.
How many episodes of She-Hulk will there be? 9 episodes.
That's the longest for Disney Plus show, right?
No, because I am pretty sure WandaVision was 10.
I was gonna say What If. Okay, WandaVision. Thought they were just 7.
WandaVision was 9.
Whoa. Okay. Huh.
What If was 9.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Everything else was 6.
6. Right. Okay. Cool.
That's good because I thought it was 13, and I wasn't gonna make it through 13. 13 weeks.
Hey, yo, he would be like, hey.
Of the shit that they're pulling on this show. Now, I enjoy this show. That is not like a detriment to the show at all. But it keeps ending on massive cliffhangers, and I'm like, well.
Hey, this is fantastic. No, it's one of the shows we were watching. Well, it's on a cliffhanger. We ain't gonna know where that's gonna go. Oh no, Superhero Squad. It is on a cliffhanger. We don't know where it's going.
There hasn't really been too much news to really pop off the last couple weeks. Anyways, I don't know if we ever talked about the Wakanda Forever trailer that dropped a few weeks ago.
We didn't.
It was good.
Very emotional. Like Angela Bassett's probably gonna get an award or get nominated at least.
It's definitely got me more interested in it. I'm still probably going to watch it illegally, but
thanks for telling the whole world of YouTube. I'm still gonna watch that bitch illegally though.
I'm not gonna say how. Catch me.
Be like knocking at your door with Men in Black with some sunglasses on.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I need a couple more trailers to get me hyped up enough to spend the money on it.
Yeah, I mean right now.
But here's my problem. Cool. It comes out next month. My next month is packed.
I thought it was November.
It's not September?
No.
Okay, never mind. I might be able to make it. I thought it was September, dude.
I know you got to go to that thing.
Dude, I've got several things going on in fucking September.
Besides work, you got a lot of shit outside of
like, we're going to be on 10-hour shifts, 6 days a week.
Bro, with possibly Saturday or Sunday. They already talking about Saturday for next week. I'm like, hold up. Isn't that supposed to be our Labor Day weekend?
Yeah,
like,
I ain't working Sunday next week. I'm going to be out of town.
Hey, you got to write me up. Hey, right, all right. I'm going to write me up and eat this hot dog. This hot dog in my mouth. Pause.
But no, so it's going to be a very interesting month. Exciting, but interesting. Our recordings are going to be, we might miss a week or two here and there.
Right, because we're going to be.
It's going to be super busy.
Like right now, we can. He asked, well, because he's got the clones and the kids with him. I just said, yeah, let's record. Fuck it. I mean, we got nothing better to do, but. Well, I know you got something better. I shouldn't say that because we all got.
The only thing I got better to do is spend time with my baby, which is something better to do.
Your children too.
But they're sleeping.
Okay, your kids too.
I'm talking about tonight.
Oh, okay, I know you're trying to do. Never mind.
No. I'm just saying in terms of tonight. I had nothing better to do other than spending time with my baby, which is like better.
This man's like Wolverine. He's like, hey, forget tomorrow. Let's just do it for the now. And like that Wolverine.
I know you. I know you and your mama's trying to go see Beast.
No, we already seen Beast. By the way, solid movie. Idris Elba killed that shit.
You
Anyway,
ain't never gonna get the Bullet Train.
I'm never gonna get the Bullet Train. She wants to see the vampire movie. Y'all, we saw the trailer. She's like, and then she's like, I want to see it.
Okay, then tell her she can stay home. She can watch Day Shift, and you're gonna go.
You go see Bullet Train, yeah? Because I'm
Bullet
like,
Train.
yo, what the?
I'm playing Miss Mama Pounds.
My parents. And then Halloween kills or ends, or the fuck, wherever these Halloweens is coming.
Yeah, I don't have to cancel my Peacock at least for another month and a half.
Because he was about to throw that bitch.
I was legit about to cancel it, and then there was like, "Oh, Halloween Ends is gonna be for free on Peacock the same day," and I was like, "Okay, I'll wait till I watch it and then I'll."
It's gonna show you they have no faith in this fucking movie. It's in theaters. The theaters true. I'm like, what?
I ain't gonna go to theater to see it.
I guess not. I guess nobody will go see this.
I'll tell you what. Her and I are gonna watch it the night it comes out, and then I'll come into work tomorrow, the next day, and tell you whether or not it's worth it.
Yes.
You believed me the last time, and it came true.
Whoa,
You were glad
I saw
you
that
didn't
shit
go
at
see it.
Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. I would have lost it. We gonna get like the surround sound one. I would have lost it, especially that monologue she did. Oh, that monologue is cancer. Oh, anyway, we done got.
But no, there's not a whole lot of news to go over. Anyways, not a whole lot's been going on.
No, nothing.
The only thing I've got to mention, funny story happened today, involving. Let me see what his name is.
Are you talking about that the black dude or Hispanic dude?
Matt Shockman, who was the director of WandaVision.
Yes.
So
okay.
earlier today, I was on Twitter, and there was this group of people that keep up with Marvel news that post stuff, and they said it said 10 hours ago. It said Matt Shockman was in talks with Marvel for directing the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
And then the next post, it said 3 hours ago, so it was a newer post.
Literally, like right behind it. It's crazy.
It was a newer post, and it had said Matt Shockman has stepped away from directing Star Trek 4.
Right.
Because he's going to be working with Marvel on Fantastic Four. And I was like, he picked the better four. Congratulations.
You know what's funny? I feel like it would still be I feel like it was going to be a decent movie. I wouldn't buy for Star Trek 4. I don't care.
I like Star Trek.
I like Star Trek.
I just think Marvel's better.
But Marvel's better. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. Because it was like, Robert Slayer is like, the first, really, before that, he was like, oh, I'm directing I'm directing Star Trek 4. I said, oh, cool, let's go. I didn't know where we're going to take this fucking story, but let's do it.
Here's the thing. Here's what I want people to understand, and this is going to just be a short little tirade. I have seen lately a lot of people on Twitter complaining that like every Marvel movie is the same. If you're looking at it as just a superhero movie, yes. Every superhero movie is the same.
Right.
The hero has a problem, they fix the problem. But guess what? Every movie franchise is built like that. Every Indiana Jones is the same.
Potter.
Every Harry Potter is the same. Every Twilight is the same.
Lord of the Rings.
Every Lord of the Rings is the same.
Literally.
Every Fast and the Furious is the same.
Well, they went in space, bitch.
Every
they
Saw,
went space that one time.
Every Saw is the same.
Yep, literally.
Every Nightmare on Elm Street, like everything's
the
franchise
same.
is
Halloween,
the
all
same.
of it.
Every Star Wars.
If you look at it, man, if you're just looking at it through a lens of like, well, it's this. I'm like, well,
The
you're
thing
not
is,
gonna like it anyway.
if you don't like superhero movies,
You're not gonna like.
you're not going to like superhero movies, and that's fine. But in that case, you should probably shut the fuck up and talk about things that you know about, and not things about things
I've been
you don't
seeing
know
that on
about.
Twitter too. They be trying to like voice their opinions, like that watch time or something, or they call the Phase 4 the Y Phase 4. It's like, wait, what? It's you gotta bring new characters in because we just killed off like billions of more of them. So we gotta bring other people into here. So that's interesting. They were talking about that on Twitter. What? See, he be bringing stuff on Twitter, and I need to just start finding stuff. Like I just find stuff on Twitter. Until I use other methods of getting news, but that's crazy that they talk about shit like that. That's wilding. Like what they say, what's the point of the series? I'm like, Marvel just dropped so much better than shit than DC right now. DC had to have Ezra Miller apologize. Literally, he had to go and apologize for the fact that he robbed somebody. He had to go on and let him apologize. Meanwhile, Marvel's like, hey yo, we got 2 Avengers movies already dropped.
Right.
We got Kang Dynasty. Which I wish you could do that, but I know we don't have time. I have a theory on the Kang Dynasty, though.
So, speaking of
But
Marvel movies all being the same, we're covering the first 2 episodes of She-Hulk.
No, I'll right off the bat.
I'm going to come out of the gate and just straight up tell you guys, I absolutely love the show so far. Now, so far, I do not feel it is as good as what Miss Marvel was.
Right.
But I don't think it's that much worse. I still think it's really good.
Do you think it's better than WandaVision?
Well, I had Miss Marvel as my favorite show.
Oh, that's right. Show. Right.
I don't think it's as good as WandaVision, not yet. There's only two. We're only 2 episodes in though.
Right, we're waiting to get like episode 5 out of this bitch.
Now, just to go, we're going to start off with the very first episode. The very first episode was called A Normal Amount of Rage. And they did exactly what they needed to do with this episode. It started off present day.
And she broke fourth wall right there on the spot.
And she's going over her court thing that she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then right before she's about to walk out to the court, she stops, she looks at the camera, and she's like, "Hey, my name is Jennifer Walters.
Right, she's funny. Right there.
I'm able to turn into, I'm able to turn into a Hulk like my cousin.
Right, she said, I'm a Hulk. I'm like, okay.
Let me show you how it happens."
Right.
And they go back to the beginning.
What was it, like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, some bullshit.
2 or 3 weeks earlier.
Earlier, my bad.
And yeah, we see she gets in a car wreck, which it's not the same way that it happens in the comics. I actually like the way they did it here more than in the comics.
Right, because they were looking for Banner.
In the comics, it was a blood transfusion.
Right, like we saw
because
he
thought he had it under control.
Right.
In this one, it was a car wreck, and when she was trying to help him out, some of his blood dripped onto her. One of the things I love that they answered was there were a lot of questions going into this. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of Shang-Chi, we see him as regular old Bruce Banner. He's got his arm in a sling.
Right, still in a sling.
In the previews for She-Hulk, we had seen regular fucking Hulk, no brace.
Right, he's doing handstands.
Smart Hulk.
Right.
So a lot of people were trying to think, well, was this during the blip? Was it during or after Infinity War? Like, what was going on? And it was really dope to see. He created a device that allowed him to turn into Bruce Banner and just stay Bruce Banner. And as Bruce Banner, his arm was healing better than it was as the Hulk.
Right. He said it. Well, he said he had that healing. They don't know how long it will take, but he was able to re-heal himself to it, though.
Right.
So.
And then he ended up testing her DNA after she'd got done, found out her Hulk genes were actually better than his. He used her blood to create a serum that actually healed him pretty much instantly, overnight.
Overnight. So just to let you know, it is after Endgame.
Yeah.
It's after it.
This is still, it's basically current day, as I'm going to call where we're at in the MCU. Current day in the MCU.
Right.
It was also super dope. What caused the wreck was a
Chitauri?
I think they called it.
No.
It wasn't a Chitauri.
A Kree.
No, it was the people from the Collector, not the Collector, the other guy. The dude that, is it the Grandmaster?
I think it's the Grandmaster.
I don't remember what his actual name is.
I thought it was...
No, it's basically like the orgy party ship that they flew in Thor Ragnarok. I just don't remember what the name of the planet is.
But they were coming for a Banner, because... Well, there's theory behind that. They're trying to start World War Hulk, but that's the point.
Right. So all of that...
But yeah, that's what happened.
I loved this episode so much for so many different reasons. This is definitely going to be a show that's going to be hard for Ralph, because it is very much geared towards women.
I think I hate women.
No. That's not what I'm saying. One of the things I've noticed with you is if you can't relate to it, it's hard for you to be as invested. And in that aspect, you prefer just more of a pure entertainment. So that's why shows like Loki are more entertaining for you, because it's more Loki being goofy, falling in love with himself because he's,
that's weird. And the fact that you killed a black man in the elevator. There you go. Yeah, you keep that one forever. I'm gonna make a T-shirt out of that. Give it straight to you. It's gonna be having his face.
But yeah, I absolutely love that she's able to fully control turning into the Hulk or She-Hulk. turning back into Jennifer Walters.
I thought she was going to kill
Whenever
those
she
cat
wants.
callers, though. That would have been interesting. That might have been interesting. Like, she just turns to him before Hulk shows up, and she just throws one of them into the car. That might have... she's about to kill these dudes. These was about to die a horrible death. But it wouldn't be no Disney movie. It wouldn't be a Disney if it was that, though.
One of my favorite moments in this episode had me rolling.
Was at the end?
And it's when they were training.
Oh, training, yeah.
Training.
I did like the training. They were arguing with each other, too.
And Hulk is very much... even in scientific... Even in Smart Hulk mode.
Right.
He's very much got the I'm better mentality. He's still got that part of the Hulk in him.
Right.
Where he's like, I'm the strongest, I'm the best, I'm all powerful.
But no, bro, you've been nerfed, homie.
And there's that scene where he picks up the boulder and flings it with one arm.
Right.
And it
just
lands.
and she throws
She
it.
grabs it and it goes a little bit further.
And then he said, you know what?
So he grabs another boulder and launches it into orbit.
Which, that probably killed, like, a Kree ship. Like,
And I'm just sitting there like, really, dude?
Can you imagine seeing that? Hey, it's a beautiful day outside. Oh, what is that? Just a big-ass meteor coming.
Hey,
It's a rock.
meteors aren't supposed to come from planets. The fuck is this?
You get your coffee and paper. Hey, Tim. Oh, and you get that face from the Punisher. Boom. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, shit.
So there is which I'm not going to get too far into
Right.
this episode, but there's a long conversation about her and why she's able to control her anger, just dealing with being a woman for her whole life. And then there's this. It's actually one of my favorite parts as well. She goes to leave because she wants to go back to her life as a lawyer, and Bruce is like, "No, you need to continue training."
I like that part there, and like you will always be a monster, or not monster, but did he say be a monster? Yeah.
And she looked at him and she's like, "I'm fine."
Right.
And they get into a
Scuffle.
familial fight. And what I mean by that is neither one of them were really trying to hurt the other.
Right, but I think he was trying to prevent her from not leaving. It is
And-
interesting.
One of my favorite moments, and it's a moment that you actually kind of even feel bad for Bruce on. And
It's that clap.
it's that was just funny.
Okay.
She can do the clap thing, but she does it.
Multiple.
But she does it in shorter bursts.
Right, shorter
So it's
bursts.
more like a sonic
And he was actually
blast.
woo. That's the Hulk I remember, like feeling that from the Incredible Hulk, where he got hit by that by Thunder Ross's like tank or something, and it was sonic bursting him. Yeah.
But she at one point tackles him, and they roll down this hill and crash into his bar. And it's the bar that him and Tony Stark built together.
That was interesting. I like that.
And she knew after it happened, she felt bad.
Okay.
Because she knows how much this bar means to him. Because it's the last thing him and Tony really got to do together before Tony died. So Hulk is just depressed. And he's like, you broke, and you can even hear it in his voice. He's like, you broke my bar.
Oh, poor bastard. Oh my god. Like he felt really sensitive. You alright, bro? You good? I'm like,
He's like,
you want to pat him down? Like, you good, man?
And he's even like, you're going to help me fix it. And she's like, yeah, I will.
Right.
And
yeah.
it ended the fight. And I actually felt that was a good way to end the fight because it's like, again,
Hulk doesn't really have nobody. Like, it's kind of crazy.
I think this is going to come back.
Okay. What, like the bar itself? Or the...
So, during their fight, obviously they were someplace secluded where there were no other people.
Right.
But during their fight, it ended with them crashing through the bar. And I think and I don't think it's going to come back in a negative way. I think it's going to come back in a positive way. I think it's eventually going to allude to or get it to a point where she's going to be fighting a villain and knows what is going to be able to happen because of the fight. Because again, she's fully in control of herself. But when you're fighting, shit happens.
Right.
And I think we're going to see a point where she's going to be fighting somebody. She's going to remember the bar. And it's going to cause her to think about trying to get the villain someplace else so that it doesn't cause damage to
So you think they're going to fight back at that area again? Like, they're going to...
Not at the bar area.
Not the bar, but... Oh, you're trying to get them away from people. Oh, she's trying to get away from people in case if that does happen.
Right.
Like from avoid casualties.
Whatever villain it is away from the city.
Right, away from the city, so we don't have an Avengers 2012 moment where they try to nuke the bitch.
And I think it's going to be the moment that shows she really does have more control over herself as a Hulk than Banner does. So I do think that's eventually going to happen. I don't know when. It could be the end of the season. Who knows? And then
we're gonna lose Professor Hulk though.
No, he's gone.
No, he's gone. I'm saying we're gonna lose by the time when we ever see him.
We'll talk about when we get to episode 2.
Go ahead.
Ralph's always thinking an episode.
Let me tell you, if you've been with us since day one, that is always episode ahead when we did Falcon Winter Soldier. Right. But yeah.
There is one moment in this entire episode, only one, that I absolutely hated.
Really?
And I hated it because of how bad it looked. There's the scene where Titania crashes into the courtroom.
Oh, you don't like that?
Towards the end. Her crashing into the courtroom is fine.
Okay.
The flying kick that looked unrealistic as fuck was not.
I thought that was pretty interesting and kind of bold. It was stupid, but it was bold.
She did this flying kick.
The flying kick.
So it looked like not Luke Cage.
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang. It looked like that fucking flying kick Liu Kang does in the old Mortal Kombat games. No, not the bicycle kick.
Oh, bicycle. Oh,
he has a kick. Yeah. He has a kick where he just.
Yeah, the kick. I was thinking like Falco. I was thinking Falco kick from Falco kick.
But
kick move.
It looked like that in person. It just looked so fake.
You didn't like that shit?
So fake.
I thought it was funny. I was like, for me, it just reminds me of like, hold up. Did somebody actually had a meeting and said, we're going to leave this out? I feel like they should have edited that a little bit. It could have been done better if they had edited it more. I feel like they just said, like, they're, like, time-wise, it's like, we got to push this out, so we're going to leave it there. Like, nobody probably catch it.
It was terrible.
Oh, that flying kick.
Now,
oh, shit.
One of the things that happened, and it happened in episode 2, is we get a post-credit scene. Now, here's what I want people to think about. I think every single episode, technically it's a mid-credit scene. I think every single episode is at least going to have a mid-credit scene. And I think almost all of them are going to be absolutely goofy. Almost all of them.
Right.
I think we might get 2 total that are not goofy.
That might be like towards, I'm going to say towards the, well, of course.
I'm thinking maybe towards the middle, one kind of in the middle and then one at the end.
Right. Because you got to give me some serious one that's going to be leading up to something here.
But for now, yeah, it's they've been absolutely goofy, and the first one was so funny. She pretends to be drunk.
Right.
And basically talks Hulk into, talks Banner into telling her that Captain America had hooked up with one of the USO girls from the 60s, or whenever they set I think it was 60s. And, or 40s. And he goes, and so she snaps out of her pretend drunkenness, and she's like, yes! Captain America, and then it cuts off.
Right, cuts off.
Absolutely goofy.
Because he said, and Captain America's not a virgin. You got to get that from Banner on that one. They okay on that one.
And my favorite thing that came out of this, there was a conversation that happened between Chris Evans and Mark Ruffalo on Twitter. I saved the picture in my phone.
Oh, no.
Because I retweeted it, and because I thought it was absolutely fucking hilarious. Let's see if I can find it.
There was also theories out saying that this could be She-Hulk's great granddad.
Who?
Captain America. People had theories about that. Like maybe she was talking to like the mom back then. Or the grandmother, I guess.
I know how to find this easier.
I said, wait, what?
Where is my images section? Gallery. That's what I needed. There it goes. No, that's not it. There it goes. Okay. Chris Evans. The morning after or the night of, I don't remember exactly. I think it was midday after. Chris Evans posted on Twitter 3 laughing faces and then the zipper mouth and put hashtag She-Hulk. Mark Ruffalo commented back and said, "Sorry, bro, it was under extreme duress."
Wow. Nah.
That conversation, that little tidbit won the day for me.
I love Chris Evans. He's such an interesting character, man. He is, man.
I love that he still keeps up with the MCU.
Yeah, he didn't do like... which doesn't matter. Like Robert Downey Jr., he remember I read that news? He just kicked everybody out. Get the fuck out.
RDJ kicked everybody out. I don't think he even watches the new Marvel stuff. He's just like, I'm done.
Yo, I think because then people interview him. It's like, so do you keep up? He said, no. I was like, okay. So he said, fuck it. Like, he is no longer, like, they've no longer part of this shit. At least Chris Evans does kind of play around with it. But you know what? That's because, you know what? They're going to have his ass come back as Captain America one day.
I don't think he's going to come back as Captain.
He's going to be a Hydra and shit, though. They said they think he might be Captain America Hydra. Like
if he comes back, if he comes back, it's going to be as Johnny Storm for a little bit.
Which I wouldn't mind. Love seeing that too.
It'd be funny.
It would be.
And I guarantee you, there'd be a comment about how much he looks like Captain America. It would have to be.
And Deadpool needs to say that. I need Deadpool to actually say that. Like, did you have a shield, bro? No, I'm just the guy with a suit. I flame on. Like, no, I know you have a shield, bro. I know it. But yeah, that post-credit scene was kind of interesting. I like that. Like, and I like the dynamic between them two as well, also. So it's pretty cool.
Now, episode 2 is called Superhuman Law.
Right, because this happened like right after the situation.
And this entire episode is basically she loses her job.
Which we...
So basically, when Titania broke into the courtroom, she stopped Titania and saved a bunch of people from getting hit by a desk that Titania had thrown when she first came in.
Right, she came in flying. No problem.
And the lawyer that they were going against had the case thrown out because he had said that her saving those people the way that she did helped win them the case because, you know, she saved our lives. We should, you know,
which
rule
we
in her
knew,
favor.
If you didn't know she was going to lose her job, I don't know, where were you guys at? Because we knew this was going to happen, that this was... Yeah.
Which is actually something that would probably happen in court. I could see a situation like this happening. Now,
she see her box, bro.
When that happens, she gets walked up to in the bar.
Yep.
At the end of that night, and by her boss, and he's basically like, "Look, we lost the case, or we ended up having the case. The case ended up getting thrown out because of what happened." And she was bummed about it, but then he was like, "This also means we're gonna have to let you go." So she lost her job.
It was kind of, I mean, I guess it was something, but I guess that was supposed to happen. I was like, "Well, damn, that's at the bar. Damn, all right."
Well, and then we get this like montage of her trying to find a new job.
Yep.
And nobody will hire her because they consider her a risk because she is also a superhero.
Right.
Well, a super person. She hasn't done anything really superhero-ish yet except for save some jurors.
Right.
So nobody would hire her because nobody wants that
smoke.
That smoke. During a bit of this, there's one point, and I just want to bring this up real quick. She's looking on a computer to try and find a job, and there are 2 headlines on the computer that are listed. One is a question we've all been asking, and it says something along the lines of like, "Can somebody explain why there's a huge statue of a person in the ocean?"
Yeah, in the ocean.
Talking about Tiamat from Inhumans. Not Inhumans. Jesus Christ. Eternals. So many supergroups.
It's a lot, goddamn.
But yeah, so Eternals.
Which that's pretty cool. I like that.
I like that they finally referenced it.
And then the biggest one.
And then the big one that everyone is like super fucking excited for.
I mean,
it says something that the other article says something about man with metal claws gets in bar fight.
And that
100%. That's
Now
Wolverine.
that I rewatched that, I really got giddy. Now,
It can't be anyone else. It's got to be Wolverine.
Yeah, it's got to be Wolverine.
Bar fighting is kind of his thing, and he's got metal claws.
Why can't they just start acknowledging these X-Men characters existing? I mean, I know they can't.
They just
really,
did.
I know they did. But I was like, okay. I guess they can't really say a mutant with claws, but I guess would that be too like specific, right to the point?
Right now, people don't know mutants exist.
Okay.
Because think about it, man with claws gets in a bar fight. How many of these other superheroes have random shit that they do? Look at Captain Marvel. She can shoot fucking fire beams and shit from her fists.
That's to that jukebox.
She can fly. She can do all this other shit. There's the Incredible Hulk can leap fucking miles in the air,
Right.
smash and break anything.
America Chavez can open a fucking.
America
wormholes out
Chavez
this
can,
bitch.
yeah. You got
Multiverses.
Doctor Strange who can cast spells. Like nobody knows what a mutant is. Everybody sees all these super people, and now all of a
Starting to
sudden
pop up
it's
out
just
of
kind of
nowhere.
like, oh,
hey, yo, that's
more
gonna be
people that can do
interesting.
things.
That's how it's gonna happen. These music's gonna slowly just start popping up out of nowhere. Which I thought we were saying that like that's how they're gonna do it. This could be like it's just sprinkle in here and there, just randomly. Then eventually you guys just gonna see a mutant just show up.
So we get a Wolverine reference,
Yeah,
which
you
is
get a
dope.
reference. Yeah,
I'm here for that. Anyways, so moving on.
that was pretty cool though.
It was. Further down the line, she's at a bar again, and she tells the bartender no more drinks. You know, she's on a budget because she doesn't have her job anymore. And the lawyer that she ended up losing against approaches her
Of course, come on.
and says, "Hey, would you like a job?" And she's like, "But I beat you before." And he's like, "Before I had it thrown out." And she's like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Do you want a job?"
Right.
And she's like, "Well, yeah." And he's like, "Well, be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever, on Monday. See you Monday." And she's like, "All right." So she goes and visits her parents. And everybody, well, before all that, before she got the job offer, she went and visited her parents.
Right, she visited her.
And her
yeah.
parents, her dad had said, you know, everybody knows about you losing your job. I told them not to talk about it. And as soon
They
as
were
she,
so depressed.
as soon as she walks in that fucking kitchen to eat dinner with her parents, everybody's like, "Oh, we heard you lost your job," and then like it became this huge thing. I would feel so bad to have parents like that. I'm so glad my family is not like that.
Thank God.
I would lose my shit.
Just come to you like, so what happened? Did you lost your job? That mean lady, she lost her job. We should go get her. Like, oh my God, like what's happening? That would be a Lucian moment.
So anyway, she shows
I'll
up.
leave.
She shows up for the work, and one of her stipulations was like, if I'm going to take this job, I have to be able to have any paralegal, the paralegal that I want. And the guy's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Right, because you are. I like how, but she's so willing that she'll at times like she don't even know what the fuck she just signed herself into. Just like, yeah, let's go. Like, come on.
So she shows up, and,
Right.
and the guy is like, okay, so
Right.
we're the first ever law firm that's going to have a superhero division where we are going to defend super people.
I ain't gonna lie. That sounds
And-
pretty cool, but yet bad idea.
And she was like, okay, and he's like, and I feel like you're the perfect person for that.
Sure.
He's like, but in order to do this job, you're gonna have to be the super person that you are. And she's like, so I gotta turn into my Hulk form? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, right now? Yeah. So she does. She turns into her Hulk form. They walk through the office. They get all the way to the end where her actual office is, and it's got this nice view of the city.
Oh yeah.
Nice desk, nice chair. Her paralegal, which is her best friend in the show, is just losing her shit. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my God,
Right.
this is so great. She's not excited yet about being She-Hulk
Right. She still wants
more
to,
often.
Right. She still wants to be herself or
She still wants to be Jennifer Walters.
Jennifer Walters. Right.
This is when people started calling her She-Hulk, which she was not very thrilled about.
Nope. Not like that.
And then she gets told that her very first case is going to be defending Blonsky, which is the Abomination from The Incredible Hulk.
Right.
It is the
Shang-Chi,
first time
all that.
we've actually had a legit, full-blown tie-in with The Incredible Hulk in the MCU, other than the couple of times Ross has shown up.
Right. And then
But-
we saw a Blonsky, well, not Blonsky, we saw
Emil
the
Blonsky.
Abomination and Shang-Chi, but
Right.
yeah, this is, yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
Like, they got the dude, I don't remember what his name is, but they got the dude that played Emil Blonsky in the Incredible Hulk to
Right.
come back for Israel. He's looking old, by the way. I don't know if I'd have.
Yeah, he don't
Looking
look
rough.
Like, hey, he don't look like how he did in 2008
No.
out this bitch. Hey, that's 20 years right there. That's that 20. He look like what, 60?
Right now,
Oh shit.
now, she tries to convince him to give her any other case. She's like, I have a conflict of interest in this. He tried to kill my cousin.
Okay, see, I like that too. See, I'm liking episode 2
And-
on episode 1. Like I'm happy like that. That's crazy because I'm like, yeah, she did
And
try to kill him.
the guy looked at him and was like, I mean, it's either you take this case or you don't have a job.
I would have been like, don't have a. I'm just kidding. Hey, we would not have.
And
a
he's
shit.
like, at least just go talk to him.
Because she
and-
didn't want it, man.
And she does. So she shows up to whatever prison facility they're at. I don't know if it's the Raft or if it's something
It was
else.
the cube.
There's a cube, whatever.
Was that? I actually liked the design of it. I thought that was pretty cool. But, yeah. Which is like the second facility of the.
There's a Silence of the Lambs reference.
Yes, there is.
That was fantastic.
Love it.
He was like, don't the guy that's taking her to the cell is like, don't cross over the line,
Cross
don't
over
get
the
too
line.
close, don't do this. And she's like, is he gonna eat my liver with a nice Chianti and some fava beans? And he just looks at her and she's like, what? I lost my shit. I was like, that's
And I like
fantastic.
how he's so. What's that? You don't know Silence of the Lambs? Never mind.
Right. So then she talks to him, and he actually makes a lot of sense
Oh yeah, he got a whole
in what he has
conversation
to
with-
say. Now, here's the thing. I think he's full of shit,
Yes, he is.
but I also think he's not full of shit.
Really?
Because in the things that he said, technically he is right.
Okay. Because I really think 100% he's full of shit, bro. I
Um,
don't even trust this man as far as I can
no,
tell.
I don't trust him.
Okay.
But he's right
Okay.
in what he has to say.
Okay.
He is a military man who was told he was going to be giving a super soldier serum.
Yeah, because
And
Captain America, the Incredible Hulk is the failed super soldier serum.
Right. And he gets the serum and turns into this monster.
Right.
And the guy that the government hired him for to go after turns out he's not a bad guy because it's the Hulk.
Right.
And now all of a sudden he's in jail for doing what the government told him to do.
So yeah, this is a lot of tie-ins for the time we got at this case and the time where we're at now. I mean, at the end of the day, we still can't. I'm not saying trust him. We still can't throw a stick at him because he did try to kill the Hulk, man.
When he was, but that's just it. Remember, at this point, at that point in the story,
Right. He thought he was
the Hulk was considered a villain
a fugitive or a villain. Yeah.
by the U.S. government. So Emil's not necessarily a bad guy.
No.
He did what he was supposed to do. Now the problem is, once he got that serum and
Oh,
it
it made
turned
him
him into
go
an abomination,
Crazy.
he went nuts.
He was.
Now he's able to control it now.
Yeah.
But then
Hey, you see that painting in the back though? he might did that painting, bro. Just to calm his
Probably.
ass down. Oh shit. Yeah, calm down though.
and he makes a lot of sense, and she contemplates taking the case because he even tells her, he's like, I've written people letters.
Yeah, the Hulk of him
We'll get
actually
there. We'll get there.
No, yeah, my bad.
He's like, I've apologized to people. I'm writing poetry.
Yeah, he's gonna became like a pacifist.
And-
does fights at
So
clubs.
she goes home and she calls Bruce,
Right.
and she's like, "Hey, I got a new job, and
He's
my big problem with taking this job is I have to defend. If I'm gonna keep the job, I have to defend Emil Blonsky."
Yeah.
And Hulk was like, "Okay."
But he was
And she was like, now here's the thing, and she explained things to him, and he kept trying to say stuff, but she'd continue talking and not let him get his piece out. And then he finally goes, so what you're saying is you're going to take the case? She says, yeah, I think I'm going to, as long as it's okay with you. And he tells her, he's like, look, he wrote me a letter and apologized for everything. He says, him and I have actually been really cool ever since. We write back and forth. Everything's fine. I think you should take it. Go ahead and take it. And she's like, okay. And, she's super excited. And he says, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. I'll try and get back in touch when I get back. And then the phone just dies. Now,
yeah, that was kind of weird.
Now,
It just
they also show Hulk has been picked up by this spaceship that had caused the wreck in the first episode. He's on his way to what most of us believe is World War Hulk.
I don't care. I had got giddy as fuck. I was like, yes, let's go.
I really hope we get that World War Hulk.
Because man, we talked about that last or 2 weeks ago where they talked their talks. Please let this happen. I need for this to happen. I mean, I know. That's Jesus. Lord, give me something. Give me strength, Lord, please.
So,
because he may come back and Savage Hulk for real.
Right. So, Hulk's out of the show now.
Oh yeah, completely out.
He's doing whatever he's doing.
Wherever the fuck.
Jennifer Walters calls up her boss and she says, 100% slam dunk, I can win us this case. He's like, good, turn on the news. And she turns on the news. And this is when it's made public that Abomination has been escaping prison to go do illegal cage fights.
There it is.
Which ties us back into Shang-Chi. Which means the next episode, I bet he's going to be talking to... She's going to be... The episode Wong's going to show up.
Yeah.
I can bet.
Well, you got to talk to Wong because now he's the one letting him
well,
out. Well,
we
he got
know,
a gambling problem.
we know for a fact Wong's in this series.
Yeah.
We've seen him in the previews.
And he got a gambling problem.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to show up in the next one. That's how the episode ends. And again, this is the type of cliffhanger I'm talking about. It's happened for 2 episodes in a row now. The first episode, she stops Titania from everything, steps back into her shoes, turns back into Jennifer Walters, and then it ends. And we don't know what happened. There was no aftermath or anything like that. It just ended.
Right.
And then this
should have
one,
had post credit where it did show the aftermath.
and this one, she finds out this information after she accepts the job. And now we're just left here like, what's going to happen next? And now, because Disney decided it was a good idea to put these episodes on Thursday instead of Wednesday, we got to wait a whole extra day because you wanted to save Wednesday for lame-ass fucking Star Wars shit.
Yeah, they got that Andor shit coming out.
Anyways.
Right. Yeah.
So...
What do you think of the first... What do you rate this to?
We did get a post-credit scene.
Well, yeah. Right.
In this one as well, mid-credit scene. And it's basically her, while visiting her parents during the time she was there, helping her dad move a bunch of shit because her dad's like, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do that? Can you do this? Like, can you hold up the Jeep so you can change the tire? Can you?
Right, she's actually.
Can you help hang the TV? Can you carry these 15 gallons of water in? Blah blah blah.
She's doing it too.
Right.
Hesitation.
Goofy shit.
It is goofy shit.
But no. So that's pretty much the gist of both the episodes.
I respect a little bit more of Shield compared to what I saw in the first episode. The first episode, I was kind of like, So I still keep it where it's like 6 or 7. But this one, I give it an 8 because it tied into a lot of things, and how she was kind of like, I don't want to take the case because this is the person that did try to end my cousin and put him in the grave, but until she understands things, and then you get this stuff too, where it's like, oh, he's been escaping and doing cage fights.
Right.
So, but yeah. But I just thought that was interesting. Just all these tie-ins, which that's what it's supposed to be about.
I like the first episode a little more.
Okay.
Than the second episode. I like them about even.
Okay.
I would probably say the first episode for me would be an 8. The second episode would be a 7.
Okay, that's fine.
One of the things that I would love to see this show, and I hope it continues to go that route, it would be a detriment probably to you and most other guys that watch the show.
Okay.
I want them to put a lot of focus on her being a female.
Okay.
Because again, this type of show isn't meant to appeal to us as guys. It's meant to be something other women can watch and look up to.
That's understandable.
And stuff like that.
I also think this might be a bad idea for this whole legal thing too, but that's not the point. Like this whole we're gonna do superhero thing, like that just sounds bad.
Right.
Like, that could just end very terrible right now.
One of the things I'm already having issues with the show about is it's not being the show that we were told it was going to be when they first announced it.
Right.
Which
like
is
like a bait and switch.
Which is all right.
Right.
Because it's not that I dislike the direction they were going in.
Because they might get to it, but it might be like later on.
One of the things I was excited about the show is they basically built it up when they first announced it. It was going to basically be like Law and Order, but with Marvel characters.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
And we're not really getting that. We're getting.
It's not yet, I don't think.
I don't think we will.
Okay.
Because that would require less focus on Jennifer Walters as a character in her life, and more of her in her job.
Right. So she just comes in.
And we already know there's going to be a lot of stuff about her life. I mean, we've seen previews of her going out dating,
right,
as She-Hulk and other things.
Right.
So I'm a little bummed we're not getting the courtroom drama that I was hoping we were going to.
Right.
Get
That
out
was
of
like the first thing they announced
but,
about it.
But I'm not bummed in a way that it's like I'm not looking forward to the show. I love the show so far. It's a good show. It's just not what I was expecting.
Right. Which that's fine.
I do love that they're tying up some loose ends. I love that Bruce is off going to go do his thing. And one of the things I was worried about going into the show at first was I didn't want the Hulk to be in it very much.
That's fine.
Like, the first episode, fine. You know, she's got to get her powers. I understand that. But I don't want him to even have, like, fighting in it. Like, it needs to be She-Hulk.
It needs to be She-Hulk.
This is her show.
You wanted her gone. You or him gone altogether. Okay, that's fine.
That would be like one of the things I didn't want to happen. Thankfully, it didn't in Miss Marvel. I didn't want Carol Danvers to come in and fight. Her showing up in the post-credit scene at the end of the last episode was perfect.
Solid.
That's all I needed from that. And honestly, I'm hoping we won't see the Hulk again until maybe, at most, like a post-credit scene that might happen at the end of the season.
And if we get that... He gonna come in. I just want him to come in. It's just that yell that he did.
Right.
Like, oh my lord. What happened? What happened at that time frame, bro?
So here's a prediction I've got that I think is going to happen. I don't know who the villain of this show is going to be. I don't know if it's going to continue to be Titania, or if now that she's captured, she's kind of done.
I have one wild one, but I'll let you go.
I do not think it is going to be Abomination.
No.
I actually am pretty sure she's going to get Abomination off.
Right.
And
from all this shit.
And he's going to get out of it.
Scot-free, or he might escape.
He's not going to escape.
Oh, okay.
I think he's going to get legally released.
Okay.
And I think he's going to be approached by the chick that's collecting the team members.
Son of a bitch, you took mine. Fuck you, bro.
And I do think she is setting up the Thunderbolts.
Because I think this whole thing's a setup.
And Abomination is going to be their Hulk.
Right? I think this whole thing's a setup that Val has just put together somehow. I don't know how she did it, bro.
No, I don't think it's a setup. I think it's just going to be good timing. Oh, I'm putting this team together, and now that he's a free man, there's my in. And he's going to be willing. It's going to be almost like a government sanctioned job where he can be himself.
You want to be a superhero for your country? If they gonna do the most wrongest shit ever, I'm gonna do some research with Thunderbolts here because they're like they try to be the Avengers, but they're not the Avengers. It's like they are completely fucking different, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
So,
because Val is because we still got Val just looming around, sprinkling everything around here, man.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
I think that's going to happen. I think that I do think the Hulk's on his way to World War Hulk.
That's what we're all hoping. I swear, that's what we're all hoping for. We're all hoping for at least World Hulk. There, cool. We're all hoping for that World War Z or World War Hulk like type situation.
I think we're only going to get Wong. Wong might show up once or twice throughout the series.
Really? I thought it was going to just be one episode and keep moving.
I don't think he's going to be in it for that long either. I think he's just going to have that conversation with her.
What's the Daredevil situation going to be about? Like that.
I was going to get into that.
Yeah, okay.
We know Daredevil's going to show up. I think it's going to be another one episode little, hey, how's it going?
Just to promote Daredevil.
And I think I think that's probably going to lean more into he's going to show up knowing that she's a new lawyer at this location.
Right.
And I think he's going to show up and just be like, and kind of give her some words of advice, like just be careful.
Right.
Like
this whole show might lead up to just like everything just going bad at the end of this series. Jesus.
I don't think everything's gonna go bad.
Not go bad, but I just feel like it's gonna be too much for her to handle at the end of the show. She's
gonna have a moment where she's gonna have to overcome it. That's gonna be her thing.
Right.
Shit's gonna look really bad for a little bit, but she's gonna have to overcome whatever it is that the problem is. Here's my thing. Now, this is not the show's fault. Something I am now noticing that I am not a fan of are these 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, I need these bitches to be at least 40.
I've gotten so used to hour-long episodes.
Oh, really? Hour? At least I don't.
Because the very first show, WandaVision, was 30 minutes episode, and it didn't seem that bad. It was like, cool, you know, you get a little bit here, you get a little bit there, and plus each episode felt like a sitcom episode of a TV show.
Right.
And it kind of just felt like it fit that way. But ever since then, everything except for What If, because What If was 30-minute episodes too.
It was like
but
48 to like an hour.
Everything that actually mattered
Yeah.
has been hour-long episodes. And it's just, I'm so used to getting so much information at one time.
It's like they're really trying to keep this shit on the wraps here. Oh man, y'all are really trying to be funny today. That's crazy.
I'm hating the 30-minute episodes. I mean, we're stuck with them because that's
right. Unless maybe like the last 2.
7 more of these bitches.
Well, I was gonna say maybe 6 more. Maybe like the last 2 will get like hour-long ones because those are the season finale
we'll see.
Mid-season or whatever. But yeah, no, for right now, 7 more of these bitches. No, New England line broke is what. They trying to keep shit on the wraps like Moon Knight out here.
I'm excited to see where it goes. Her CGI Hulk form doesn't bother me at all. A lot of people still seem to be put off by it.
I'm okay. It's not better as Hulk, but I'm okay. I'm cool with it. I'm not.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm not too.
They took the She-Hulk character and actually made her look feminine.
Right?
I mean, she still looks strong.
Right.
But she just didn't come out.
I think that's why people are a little upset. They're like, she's supposed to be this strong. Well, she
just didn't come out looking like China from the old WWF days, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, but you said China. I'm sorry, that's not funny. I know you're okay with it.
I'm not wrong.
This ain't China. No, it's not. It's whoever's playing Jennifer is.
But no, I like her animation. It's fine. Again, my only complaint look wise was that stupid fucking flying kick in the first episode. Everything else has looked fine.
But yeah.
I don't know. I have no complaints.
Yeah, that legal system thing. That's all. That's why I was like, oh, that's pretty. It wasn't. See, when you have been with Marvel so long, when you're trying to start some weird thing or whatever you're trying to do, it's like, yo, this can go horribly good or horribly wrong, my friend. Like, what?
And there's still time for it to go either way.
Oh God,
we'll see.
It's even like with the Avengers. Like that still sounds like, bro. When I first heard Avengers, I said, oh, that's cool. But think about what all they did, bro. They avenged something, but they killed a lot of people. Like it all went wrong, man. Oh shit, that's crazy. But I like it. I like it. I give the first one an 8 and the first one a 6 and the second one an 8 though. I like it.
I'm interested, like I said, to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I am thoroughly enjoying it. I want more.
Yeah, then 30 minutes.
And 30 minutes are kicking my ass.
And then waiting Thursday.
But at the same time, the 30 minutes have also been very good for us.
Yeah.
Because with us working the hours that we're working.
Yeah.
Like, that 30 minutes is a big difference. There would be times when we've had busy months that we come home to an hour-long episode. And it's enjoyable, but you're like halfway through the episode and you're just like, I want to go to bed.
I want to go to bed.
This is a good episode, but I want to go to bed.
There was like Falcon Winter Soldier shit, man. It's like we were falling asleep in them long nights, man, especially the cold too. That actually pissed me off. I was like, bro, like, this is a good show, and it is a good show. But we were just like, okay. Oh my God, there's more. There's another half to this shit, and there's another half. Oh no.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see where the rest of the show goes.
Yeah, I'm a little interested. I'm a little interested.
I'm also really excited for the show to end so we can finish off the Iron Man cartoon that had gotten better.
No, we're gonna go back to watching something else. We'll do something good. No, we feel like Iron Man cartoon.
We got 5 more episodes, homie.
Hey, don't rush it. Don't rush She-Hulk like that. No, you don't rush She-Hulk like that. We're gonna enjoy this shit, and then we'll go back to that shitty Iron Man movie.
I'm excited to see where we go from here.
Right.
Yeah. So, again, I don't know if we're going to be weekly for the next 4 to 5 weeks.
We want to be weekly. I promise you. I promise you guys.
There's a mixture of like, everything from we're gonna be on 6-hour days. for...
I mean, 10-hour days.
Or 10 hours.
Look,
Did
he's
I
tired.
really
He's
say
young.
6? I'm tired as fuck, y'all.
Like, bro, it's like 3:21?
Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Shit,
We're on...
pass out. I got a mac and cheese bowl to get to.
We're on 10-hour days and 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And
Almost, they might be...
in between all of this, I've got 4 concerts.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you got concerts. Still reactions you do on your own channel.
Reactions.
You try to live stream somewhere.
Live streams.
When I'm seeing you live stream, like, before work, I said, oh, it's got real bad, bro. You try... I mean, it's not bad.
No, I've
but
just
I'm
been
like,
getting them in before work.
Yeah.
It's just little gaming ones. I got to work on the dailies anyways, and if I'm sitting here playing, I might as well be streaming.
But usually, like, I just thought, like, oh, it's getting real bad. Usually, you try to stream on a Sunday. I say, hey, my man, like, hey, I gotta go, bro. I'm too tired. I'm gonna just stream this bitch at...
No,
see you.
it actually has nothing to do with, like, me being tired or anything.
Right.
I wake up, and it's like, okay, I want to go ahead and knock out the dailies for this game. And I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm sitting here playing anyways, I might as well stream. A couple people come in, watch me play some multiverses, and then I go to work.
When I first saw it, I'm just thinking to myself, like, this made me laugh. Hey guys, my boy, this is the Prey / here. I don't give a shit, bro. I didn't do no stuff no Sunday. I'm just throwing a little something together. If you don't like it, you can go home. Back to the game.
I've also got ideas for a possible reopening a new Depraved Slasher gaming channel for video game stuff.
That's all right. Yeah.
I've got an idea of something that I want to do specifically.
Cool.
Based on Assassin's Creed as a series. Where I actually want to deep dive into all of the Assassin's Creed games in terms of doing research on the characters that are in them, and it's this long list of things that I want to do.
Well, like actually, like I'm not real research, of course, but like not just playing the game, but like literally seeing like the whole story. Okay, that might be interesting.
It'll be like Assassin's Creed 1 alone might have close to 150 videos.
Whoa.
Like, because I want to do a video for each mission in the game.
Oh.
But then I also want to have, and that's just gameplay.
But you
and then I want to have
research to it,
detail videos where I go through and talk about characters that are in the game. How do they relate to, as we know them fictionally, to how they were in real life for those that are actual based off of real character, real people.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Talk about the regions that they're in, things like that. Like full blown deep dives into these games.
Shit, that is a deep dive of a deep dive, bro. What the hell?
Yeah,
bro, that sounds interesting. No,
and then
it does.
and then like actually have an episode where I'm comparing the video games to the books that were written based on the video games.
Right, because the books were books were first for the video games. And
that would require me reading too. So I mean, there's a lot.
Like
there's
reading,
a lot. Not really.
You don't like reading.
There's a lot that I want to do, but we'll have to see if I decide to pursue that. We'll see. Anyways, that's it.
She-Hulk it's
a good show. Watch it. It's worth watching.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's bro.
What's the next show?
The next episode?
No, the next show.
I don't think they have one more show after that. I think this is Wakanda Forever. I think we're just done.
That's what. I know we've got a Christmas special.
Oh.
Or Halloween special.
Halloween and a Christmas special. We got that wolf thing that they've been talking about all day. That they've been talking about since last year. And then they had the Christmas special. They've been talking about that for about 2 years. So, yeah, we do have the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Why am I on Twitter?
And we do have the wolf. When is that? When is that? That's what's coming up like real soon. The wolf, the whatever that is supposed to be about. Oh, I said you find Friday because I was like literally really looking for it. Let's see.
That one's already out. She-Hulk's what's playing
Phase
now.
4, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Secret Invasion, and it's supposed to be the end of this year.
Whoa. The shit we've been talking about for what, has it been 2 years? Has it been 2 years since we talked about that?
I'm not sure. But Secret Invasion is the next one that's supposed to be coming out. It's supposed to come out end of 2022. It's going to be 6 1-hour episodes.
Right after Wakanda Forever? Shit.
I
thought Wakanda Forever was the last thing from Phase 4. So Secret Invasion is supposed to be the next.
And then next year we're getting X-Men 97.
That's tied into the MCU as well?
No.
Oh.
Ironheart is supposed to be out next year.
Yeah.
Armor Wars is still a TBA. Loki Season 2 is supposed to be next year.
And you're right, we are supposed to get the Untitled Halloween special October 2022, and the Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out December 2022.
What If Season 2 is next year.
So we are supposed to get those two coming out right now.
Echo's supposed to be next year. Agatha, end of next year. They got a lot coming out. Spider-Man freshman years, 2024.
Right. So She-Hulk ends October 13th. I think they're going to go from that right to the Halloween special. Well, of course, no, that's where at the end. Okay. By Werewolf by Night. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Okay, so we got a whole...
I don't know. There's a lot going on.
There really is a lot. Holy shit.
And just know that unless one of us dies, we're here.
I hope not. I don't want to die. Not yet, at least.
But all right. So with that being said, we're going to bounce out of here.
Yeah. We've been talking for too long.
Thanks for everybody that hung out. Thanks for watching the videos. For those of you that stick around, sorry we weren't here last week. We'll try to be here next week. Can't make any promises.
Right.
You
guys are awesome. We love you guys.
We love y'all, and we'll see you next time. Excelsior. Deuces.
Go.